This piece is focused on the survival of one man during an infectious zombie outbreak. The entire game is video-based, and at certain points within the video, you are prompted to make important decisions. Decisions which will ultimately decide your fate. Will you live, or will you die? The overall concept of this game is very personal to the player. Would they or would they not survive a zombie outbreak? Throughout, the player is prompted to make life or death decisions, and not every one of the outcomes are based on logic. They're rooted in chance, just the same as reality. So, after playing for a few minutes, you come to realize that the logical answer isn't always the life-saving answer, and so you have to decide in the moment what you would do in that situation, not what to do to win the game. I think this is to communicate that life doesn't exactly have a structure or a formula. Thinking too much can be a bit messy, which is definitely clear to see even amidst the spewing of blood and guts and the misty shadows of the dark woods. I think the creators structured the game with the idea of a destiny in mind. Two of the characters die no matter what decision you make. Their ultimate fate was death in a zombie outbreak. It was simply their destiny.
Alex, shut up! I'm not risking it. That's what you're gonna fucking gun right now!
Once you make your decision, in this case I decided to save him, the next video begins and you soon discover the effect your decision had on the situation. This first decision, however, you don't understand its value until about 2 clips later. Had I chosen to let them kill the man, he would not have been there to sacrifice his life for my own, and ultimately, my character would have died. The game makers actually make it really simple to go back and change your fate with this chapter flowchart for navigation. It only shows a map of how far you've gone, but it allows you to go back and change your decision, which will ultimately change your outcome. Here, as you can see, we have the flow chart for the chapter selection of Survive the Outbreak. It begins here with the intro, and then it moves along to the 2 options you could have chosen. So there you could either save the man or leave it alone. And as we saw when I saved him, it helped us later down the road when zombies came in and he sacrificed himself. However, had we left it alone, then we would have been prompted to the next option to either go with Seth or stay there. However, when we go to gather wood or push the furniture, we die either way because the man was not there to sacrifice himself. So you can see all this throughout the flow chart. The red ones are the choices that result in death. So when we go with Seth, there's a car crash. In this instance over here, whether or not we gather wood or push the furniture, we die because he didn't sacrifice himself. On this side of the flow chart, as we see here, had we gone out back, it would have resulted in death. Same over here, it says not visited, but it would result in death. And here, no matter what we do, if we save her or leave her, we die because we didn't gather the wood. We chose to push the furniture. And gathering the wood caused your character to get sidetracked along the way and start making a weapon. So when he goes upstairs and is greeted by zombies, he actually already has a weapon. Whereas if he had pushed the furniture, he wasn't prepared at all. So basically this flowchart just really shows you the entirety of the game and pinpoints each specific area for what is happening when, dependent on the decisions you make. The structure of the game goes back to the combination of fate and chance. Some things will happen no matter which decision you choose, while other things have different possible outcomes. The design of this piece is all that you might expect from a zombie thriller. Dark, bloody, and destroyed. Just about everything you come across in your interactive adventure will have been broken or destroyed in some way. Your clothes, your skin, your will to go on. None of it is fully intact. The walls are stained with blood spatters, as are the clothes of everyone there, humans and zombies alike. The furniture ends up in pieces, and so do some of the people. The overall theme of Survive the Outbreak is destruction. Even if you do survive, the world as you know it is still obliterated. As I mentioned previously, the entirety of the game is made up of video and sound clips as well as decision prompts. I imagine some graphic design elements were implemented for the appearance of the more drastic wounds and deaths. Without the detailed videos, you wouldn't have the connection to the characters for the proper interactive experience they were going for.